People with underlying conditions, chronic pain, or disability should speak with their surgeon or doctor before starting exercise. I designed this workout specifically for those who have just had bariatric surgery. It would work for most other abdominal surgeries as well, but not something like a hip replacement. Please always get cleared by your doctor before you start exercising, regardless of what you do. So we're going to start off slow and gentle with just a couple of deep breaths. This workout is a seated workout for the most part. You will see there are parts of the workout that are split screen. These have an easier and a more difficult component, and some of them you can go even more difficult, but I haven't added those. So you can use this video over time as you heal, and you can make the workout a little harder for yourself each time. We're going to start out with just taking some deep breaths. So we're going to start off seated. You're just going to breathe. You can move your arms and your hands if you want, or you can just keep them on your lap or to your sides. The first exercise we're going to do is just some shoulder rolls, just to loosen up our shoulders, and our neck and our chest. So let's do a couple of rolls to the back. And let's change direction and roll those shoulders forward. You want to bring them up as high as possible. Brilliant. Let's move on to the next exercise. We're just going to do some neck tilts. So you're just going to tilt your head to the side, bring it up slowly, and to the opposite side. We're just going to do this a couple of times. This helps release tension and stress in your neck and your back. And carry a lot of stress after surgery. Surgery is always stressful. Okay, let's do a bit more of a strenuous exercise. We're going to march in place. You can start off seated, or you can do this standing, and you're simply going to lift one leg and then the other. You do not want to feel pain at any point, no matter what. If there is any pain, please stop immediately. Beautifully done. The next exercise we're going to do is an overhead reach. Again, you can do this seated or standing. You're simply going to lift your arms up into the air and bring them down. You want to do slow, controlled movements. And with this exercise, you want to be really careful that you don't stretch too much. Bariatric is unfortunately quite a sneaky operation because the incisions can be really, really small, but the work that has been done inside your body is massive. So you can't see it, but there is a lot of healing to be done. So take it slow and gentle. Nicely done. Let's move on to the next exercise. We're going to do a side step. Again, you can do this seated or standing. Seated, you want to move your one leg out and then your next leg out. Then bring them back in, one after the other. Standing, you're simply just going to step to the side, tap with your foot, and step to the opposite side. Just gently back and forth. No sudden movements, no crazy movements. Slow and steady. Again, if you feel pain at any point, please stop immediately. Beautifully done. Let's move on to the next exercise. Next, we're going to do an up and down. Seated, you are going to stand up and sit down, and then stand up and sit down. Slowly, carefully, controlled movements all the way through. If you're doing the standing, best is to hold onto something solid, something sturdy. You can see that I am not doing a squat where you sit back and keep your feet flat on the floor. This is just bending down. You want your knees to splay out so that you don't put extra pressure on your stomach. So this is not a squat. You want to try keep yourself upright so that you don't put too much strain on your abdomen. Next, we're going to do some incline push-ups. These you can do against the wall, against the counter, against the chair. The lower down your hands are, the more difficult. The further away your feet are from your hands, the more difficult. So you can really adjust this to your ability level. You can even one day go all the way down to doing a full-on army style push-up. Next exercise we're going to do is heel raises. Again, you can do this seated or standing. If you're doing the standing, I suggest holding onto something so that you stay nice and stable. You don't want to have to suddenly move your core muscles too hard or too strangely in any direction. So all you want to do is roll onto the tips of your toes or onto the ball of your foot, and then bring your heels back down again. Beautifully done. Let's do some ankle rolls. Again, so this one we're going to do seated. You're going to sit comfortably, and you're just going to put your leg out in front of you and roll your ankles around. Then you're going to change direction and do it a couple of times in that direction. Next leg out. Let's do a couple of circles. And let's change direction. Don't do this too much as it places a lot of strain on your lower abs. Beautifully done. Next, we're going to do some torso twists. Please be incredibly careful doing this, especially if you're fresh after surgery. You're going to keep your hips and legs facing forward and twist your upper body. I'm going to hold it there. As long as it's comfortable. If there's any pain, please stop immediately. We're going to twist to the other side and hold it there. Lovely, well done. And slowly return to center. Next, we're going to do a side stretch. Again, this one you need to be really careful. You're going to bring your arm up into the air and bend to the side, but only as far as is comfortable and there is no pain. We're just going to hold it there for a little. And bring that arm down slowly. Next arm up into the air and hold it there. You want to feel a stretch in your side, but you don't want to feel any pain. And bring your arm down. Lovely. Next, we're going to do a cat stretch. So you're going to start out with stretching your feet and crunching your toes up. Stretch your feet and then your calves, and your hips and your legs and your thighs. You're just going to stretch every muscle, stretch your back, roll your shoulders, stretch your arms out, flex your muscles, flex your hands and your neck. And last but not least, we're going to take a couple of deep breaths again. Very well done. You can keep returning to this video and making it harder and harder for yourself until it is too easy. And then you can move on to a new video. Congratulations on taking the first step to a new you. I hope that you have all the weight loss that you're hoping for, and yeah, good luck on your journey and enjoy the new you. If you could please give me a like and a subscribe, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. Cheers.